Today, we are turning simple Dollar Tree finds and fresh fir tree branches into cozy Christmas decor that you can enjoy all winter long. This is a great way to use branches from your Christmas tree or even branches from your own backyard. I did take you along with us on a Christmas tree farm adventure a couple weeks back, but if you missed it, I will link it down below for you. We're going to be using some of the branches from this tree that I saved before this went into the house. If you are new here, I want to say welcome to the Cozy Christmas Cottage. My name is Shannon, and if you love Christmas, you have come to the right place. This is our last video of the 2025 Christmas season, so make sure to stay tuned to the end as I have a special message for you. We are going to be using a quart-sized mason jar from Dollar Tree. Go ahead, remove the sticker off of the bottom. And I also have a free printable for you. We're going to be making our own pine cleaner. Basically a knockoff of Pine Sol and a whole lot cheaper. But let's start with this label, which is linked down below for you. Click that link, download it to your computer, print it off on some cardstock, or I'm using some printable vinyl. I like this stuff because it doesn't smudge and smear and it's removable really easy. So I'll link that down below for you. I just printed it off onto that vinyl, cut it out, and we're going to stick it onto the front of our mason jar. Now on the label, you'll notice there is a space that says ready date. We're actually going to be infusing pine needles in vinegar and it needs to sit for 2 weeks. So if you put that date on the front here, then you won't lose track of time and you'll know whenever your cleaner is ready to go. So let me walk you through this process. I cut off the extra branches of the Christmas tree and put them in a bucket of water so that way they would stay fresh for whenever I got around to projects like this one. We're going to bring some of those branches inside, take the lid off the mason jar, and then start cutting just the ends of the needles off of the branches. We don't need the wood. Then you'll start packing your mason jar full of those pine needles. I'm using white pine here, but I'm pretty sure this works with most different kinds of fir tree needles. So as you can see, there's still a little bit of room in there. You want it pretty full around the sides, but leave some room in there because we are going to be topping this off with distilled white vinegar. When your pine needles are completely covered in that vinegar, put the lid back on, give it a few shakes to mix it all up. We're going to take the lid back off of the mason jar and then add 5 drops of lemon essential oils into the bottle. And then again, repeat, put the cap back on and give it a few shakes. Next, place your mason jar in a cool, dark place for 2 weeks. Let it infuse. And then after those 2 weeks, you're going to strain off those pine needles, fill a spray bottle 3/4 of the way up, and then top it off with distilled water. Now, I use this glass green spray bottle. It just reminds me that there's a pine cleaner inside of it. But they also make these really cool mason jar lids that turn your mason jars into spray bottles. I'll link both of those down below for you. Either way works. You can even get Dollar Tree spray bottles if you want to go that route. This is such a great disinfectant spray. It is non-toxic, no artificial fragrances, no harsh chemicals. It's great for your kitchen, your bathroom. You just want to stay away from stainless steel appliances, wood, unsealed, or poor surfaces with this. Up next, you can use one of these bunt pans that you can get from Dollar Tree. They come in a set of 2, so you can actually make 2 of these at once. I decided to save my money since I already had a bunt pan. You can use your own bunt pan. We're going to make a bird feeder. So you're going to need some bird seed, your fir branches, some cranberries, anything your birdies like. First things first, go ahead and pour your bird seed into your bunt pan. We're going to top that off with some cranberries and also throw in some of these fir needles. We're then going to take some water and fill this up about halfway. You don't want it filled all the way to the top. Then you're going to transfer it into your freezer, or if it's cold enough outside, you can just set it outside and let this completely freeze over. So this is the next day, completely frozen. Pop it out of your bump pan and then use some string or some yarn, something you have laying around, to tie a little loop around the top so you can take this out and hang it. This is a great way to keep the birdies happy and fed during the super cold winter months. As you can see, we got a good snowfall, and Honey absolutely loves the snow. We call her a snow honey bunny because she just absolutely loves it. So stay tuned because I have some video of her playing in the snow. But here is our ice bird feeder, and then yes, once it melts, it will all fall to the ground too, so none should go to waste. But such a fun, pretty way to keep our outdoor birdies happy, and probably even some squirrels too. Get ready to have your heart smile just like Honey's as she ran outside to find her favorite thing and find herself in snow heaven and on cloud 9 with all the snow that had fallen. She loves it so much, and if you enjoy watching Honey play in the snow, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Our next project is a pine needle sachet. We're gonna grab some of these fabric bags from Dollar Tree. I love these. The plain ones make my heart so happy because you can decorate them up however you want. So that's what we're gonna do here. Using a stamp and some ink, we're just gonna stamp Merry Christmas onto the front, but you can decorate this up however you want, or even leave it plain if you want to. And if you can't find these at Dollar Tree, I'll link some down below because you can find these easily on Amazon as well. Next up, we're going to cut a few sprigs of our fir needles off the branches and trim them down pretty small. I would say like 1/4 of an inch long. You don't want them too long, as we're going to be mixing these with some Epsom salt to make a bath soak. So here's our Epsom salt. Depending on how big your bag is, depends on how much salt you're gonna need. We're then going to take our fir needles, mix it into the Epsom salt, and then pour that into our fabric bag. Now we want to tie up that bag really, really well. This is a bath sachet that you're going to put into your bathtub, bag and all. We don't want those pine needles to get in your drain, clog any drains up. So throw that whole thing in there, let it dissolve, and enjoy. So pine oil actually has vitamin A and vitamin C in it, so it's great for your skin and your nails. It also has an aromatherapeutic benefit to it, helping you to calm down and relax. For this project, you're going to need a small glass container from Dollar Tree, or even one of their small glass candle holders works, and then fragrant items. So your fir needles, cinnamon sticks, orange slices, cranberries, you could do spices, essential oils, and you're just going to fill up your glass jar with those items. Now, if you use all dried items, you can even use this as a really cute last minute gift idea. Or if you're going to use it for yourself, make your own kind of simmer pot with it. What you're going to do once you get all of your fragrant items put into your glass jar, fill it up with water. Now, I've seen this idea and I have one of these candle warmers, so I was anxious to try this. If you haven't seen these, they are really neat candle warmers. You could put candles under there, you can put wax melts under there, or in this case, we're gonna do our own kind of simmer pot. I will link this one down below for you. They have lots of different ones to choose from on Amazon, but I like this one because it has a timer on it and it has an up and down of intensity of brightness of the light, which also ups the temperature of the heat. So I put this all the way up, put my jar underneath, and oh my goodness, the amazing smell that's created. You can take this up a notch and even add some essential oils to it and really give it an extra fragrant scent, completely up to you. But this is something you can personalize to your own taste. Our next project, you're gonna need a pillar candle, these jar ones, tall ones from Dollar Tree, a muffin tin. You can get these kind of throwaway ones, or they have the metal ones. I like the metal ones because I use them for crafting. Don't use your good kitchen ones that you cook with. We're gonna get our wax candle melting. So put a pot of hot water on the stove, fill it up about halfway, and then turn your flame or your heat up to medium heat, and you'll see it's going to start melting from the bottom up. This process does take about 15 or 20 minutes, so be patient with it. While that's melting, we're gonna move over to our muffin tins, add liners to each one, and we're gonna be making our own gorgeous fire starters. So for this, you are gonna need some wicks. I'm gonna put some round double-sided dots on the bottom of these, so these will stay in the bottom of the liners when we add our wax to these. So we're gonna add those to each one of the muffin tin liners and then start filling it up with some fire starter helpers. So in this case, some miniature pine cones and our fir needles. So these are looking good, ready for the wax, which we're gonna head over and work on next. Let me give you a tip. If the top doesn't melt all the way, take something and poke it down into the melted wax, and that'll help it continue the process of melting all the way, except we don't want it to melt completely. If you have a little bit of wax hanging out on the top, it's gonna help you to use some tongs, grab that wick out, so we just have a glass container filled with melted wax. Now be super careful here, safety first, wear your oven mitts, grab that glass container of wax and start pouring the wax into your muffin liners. Now this candle had enough to do 5 of the muffin tin fire starters. However, if you were to melt 2 of those candles, you'd have enough to do all 6. I let this sit for about an hour so the wax could cool, and then came in with my scissors and cut those wicks down shorter, and now these are ready to go. I think these are absolutely gorgeous, so if you want to wrap these up in some clear cellophane, they'd make the perfect gift, but you can also use these for your own personal uses, whether you have a wood stove, wood fireplace, you want to use these for a bonfire, but always, of course, safety first. Now on to our next project. You're gonna need a clear glass bottle from Dollar Tree. We're gonna be adding some really pretty items in there, so make sure to get a clear one. These came with really pretty toppers on them, but you're not gonna need that. We're gonna put in some cute Christmassy items in there, including some cranberries, our fir needles, and some cinnamon sticks. Now we're gonna need some cooking oil. I picked canola oil, it was the cheapest, but you could use olive oil, vegetable oil, and we're gonna fill our jar almost to the top. It also helps to use a popsicle stick to kind of get the items in the jar wherever, kind of placed wherever you want them. We're also gonna need one of these candle wicks with the metal on the top to stick down into the bottle to turn it into a candle. I will link these down in the description box below for you. I think these turned out beautiful. However, I also think this would be a great thing to keep in an emergency situation. If your power goes out, you need some candles, you can use your own kitchen oil, a glass bottle, and one of these wick situations to make your own candle in a pinch. For our next project, I'm going to grab some snow spray from the Dollar Tree. We're going to need our tree branches. I actually have this one right behind the Christmas cottage, and once the branches start growing too long and they're scratching up against the roof line, my husband will go back there, trim a few, and I have him keep them this time of year so I can use them for decorating. And that's what I'm going to do here is just take my spray snow and just branch off of the tree, spray it really, really well. I put this down into a glass of water and put it into a vase and use it for decor. And I have Miss Honey back there who is going to model for us. So the vase that I put this in, I also put some branches that light up in there with it. It looks so, so pretty. This is such a beautiful decorative way to kind of still have that wintry look even after Christmas time. Next, we're going to make a fresh fir greenery wreath. So grab a wreath form from Dollar Tree, and then you're going to need some longer branches for this one. I definitely recommend wearing some gloves when you're trimming all of these off, because not only is it pokey, but there's a lot of sap on these branches too, and they'll get you pretty sticky. Now we're just going to kind of lay out the design that we want with the branches that we have. Some of them kind of have a natural curve to them, so I wanted to stick with the way these branches kind of were already going, and didn't really have a rhyme or reason, but wanted to make sure, you know, we were building and adding to it to cover up that wire wreath form. And then I'm going to use some zip ties to permanently attach the branches onto the wire frame. Really beautiful, right? I mean, I see these things for sale for $25 plus at stores and things, and this was $1.25 for the wreath, and then my free branches from the backyard. And it smells amazing too. You can get even more creative with it if you want to add decorations, ribbon. In my case, I added some fairy lights to mine, and you can even use that spray snow from Dollar Tree to give it a flocked look. I am loving the natural look of this. It is gorgeous. Another thing, you can take the ribbon off and use all winter long as it doesn't get too dried out. Now, before I go, I just want to say thank you, truly, for spending part of your holiday season here with me. And I wanted to wish you a cozy Christmas, a happy, peaceful New Year, and may the warmth of the season stay with you all year long.